All right, sorry about that. Appreciate that. Play. I don't know why I used to do that. Hopefully y'all can hear me now. My bad.
25th Amendment.
All right, so if you didn't hear it, we'll play it back. Sorry about that.
We're starting today with a developing story. President Trump saying today that the military should use, quote, dangerous U.S. cities as training grounds, unquote, and named Chicago in that speech. This all comes less than 24 hours after Governor Pritzker announced 100 troops are expected to come to Illinois soon. Political reporter Marianne Ahern is here with the reaction to the president's comments today, as you might be.
A group of 12 can take out a small town. So imagine what a group of 100 can do. Could it, affect a city as large as Chicago, especially for the areas that they claim as, war zones?
Able to imagine it is divided along party lines. Marianne?
Alex, the speech today before hundreds of generals, bringing them all together in one room in Quantico. The president mentioned other big cities too, San Francisco and Los Angeles. But when it came to Chicago, here's what Donald Trump said that he told the military leaders what he would like to see.
We should use some of these dangerous cities as training grounds for our military, National Guard, but military. Because we're going into Chicago very soon. That's a big city with an incompetent governor, stupid governor, stupid.
As you can imagine, there was a strong response from the governor and the mayor this afternoon. They were together and asked what they can do now in response.
What we can do when it comes to troops being sent in to Chicago and to the state of Illinois is immediately go to court. We're prepared to do that. Indeed, we've seen it in Oregon already, but we've got to see those troops. They have not been called yet to the state of Illinois, to the city of Chicago. We've seen some memos, but nothing actually happening yet.
Clearly this president is not interested in governing, right? We're talking about we're hours away from the government shutting down. And
how do people feel about the National Guard being sent into a city like Chicago, where, yes, of course, we've heard that they do have an issue in some parts of the city where, it's being terrorized by gangs and, people, the crime is basically, it's an infestation of crime in a city like Chicago. Something that they want to do to all of the big cities. How do people feel about that? Make sure y'all, drop your feelings in the chat or leave a comment, after the video's over, after the live is over. Let me know how you feel about this, man. Let's go.
Troops that he's looking to deploy won't get paid. Look, we're going to use every single tool that's available.
Wow, so people got to go into a city like Chicago and work for free? I wonder how that works. Do they get back pay or something like that? Like, how does that work? Let's go.
To us. Let's be clear. We're talking about unprecedented behavior from an individual that, quite frankly, has demonstrated that he's double-minded and unhinged.
Governor Pritzker went even further, saying perhaps it is time to call for the 25th Amendment. That is the amendment to remove the president. He questions the president's health, and that is where this all stands at this point between the governor, the mayor, and President Trump.
That's a really strong statement today. So who supports the federal intervention, and then what do they say about troops coming here to Illinois?
Yes, there are those who do support this. In fact, earlier today, several Republican state lawmakers spoke on behalf of more troops to Chicago, saying the problem is the state's Trust Act. It prohibits law enforcement from acting with ICE and other federal agents during these immigration arrests.
The reason why we're in this situation is because we had 4 years of open borders and we have 550,000 illegal immigrants in Illinois alone. The mayor and the governor have refused to hold people accountable to federal law. And, the reality is that our communities are less safe because they are not enforcing the federal law.
So the bottom line, Alex, there is wide divide throughout the city on whether the federal attention is warranted. And of course, coming up at 6, much more on what the governor had to say about this 25th Amendment that he's requesting.
And we've heard that a little bit in Trump's first term, but I'm sure you'll explain that tonight at 6. We'll look forward to that. Marianne, thank you.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, is this about...
Folks, I'm
is this all about immigration? Is this about the crime in Chicago? What is this about? You know, it sounds like they're referring to immigration, and then also so training grounds for the armed forces, and spoke of the needing of U.S. military to combat what he called the invasion from within. Addressing an audience of military brass abruptly summoned to Virginia, Trump outlined a muscular and at times norm-shattering view of the military's role in domestic affairs. He was joined by Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, who declared an end to woke culture and announced new directives for troops that include gender-neutral or male-level standards for physical fitness. So basically, you know, it sounds more or less like they want to make sure that that our military are with you know, able to withstand an exact war, like a World War type deal. The dual messages underscore the Trump administration's efforts not only to reshape contemporary Pentagon culture, but to enlist military resources for the president's priorities and decidedly domestic purposes, including quelling unrest and violent crime. Shout out to you, Miss Chicago. We should use some of these dangerous cities as training grounds for our military, Trump said. He noted at another point, we're under invasion from within, no different than a foreign enemy, but more difficult in many ways because they don't wear uniforms. It seems that the cities that are run by the radical left Democrats, what they've done in San Francisco, Chicago, New York, Los Angeles, they're very unsafe places, and we're going to straighten them out one by one. And this is going to be a major part for some of the people in this room, Trump told the group. That's a war too. It's a war from within, but I want to salute every service member who has helped us carry out this critical mission. It's really a very important mission, and I told Pete we should use some of these dangerous cities as training grounds for our military. National Guard, but military, because we're going into Chicago. That's a big city with an incompetent governor. Illinois Governor Pritzker called the comments insane and said he's concerned for Trump's health. It appears that Donald Trump not only has dementia set in, but he's copying tactics of Vladimir Putin, sending troops into cities thinking that there's some sort of proving ground for war, or that indeed there's some sort of internal war going on in the United States. Well, let's see. I mean, shout out to CC. How you doing, CC? Said maybe if governors spent more money on trying to resolve the issues that causes poverty, which is a root cause of crime, my point exactly, than spending billions on war, maybe American cities would be a lot safer. I agree wholeheartedly, most definitely. You know, I think a lot of time is being spent in areas where it shouldn't be spent in, like sending the National Guard in. Why are we unable to, you know, bring in restitution and rehabilitation for the citizens of these majorly large cities, where we can change the way people, you know, act and feel about living in America? People wouldn't resort to crime if they had other places to, you know, utilize their abilities, their capabilities. Why are we wasting our time and efforts on you know, you're going to create a more radical approach to citizens in America if you continue to conduct yourself like this. But maybe that's the plan, right? Maybe that's the overall goal and plan for, you know, the cities of America, you know, the large populated cities of America.
Calls ICE's response extreme and says Broadview officers and fire officials have been exposed to some.
The police department says it's launched 3 criminal investigations related to alleged property damage and hit and runs at the ICE processing facility in Broadview. Meanwhile, the Broadview mayor wants DHS to take the fencing that's now surrounding the facility down. Courtney Sisk joins us now live from Broadview City Hall with the latest details. Always a lot going on, it seems, these days. Courtney, what's the latest?
Yeah, especially for such a small community here, Marion. Now, I can tell you the Village of Broadview Mayor Katrina Thompson, she wants ICE to, of course, dismantle that fencing surrounding the ICE processing center. But she doesn't just want that. She also wants ICE agents to stop using physical force, tear gas, and chemicals on protesters. In the past few weeks, we ourselves have witnessed some tensions escalate between ICE agents and protesters. Some have been thrown to the ground and arrested. Others hit with pepper balls and tear gas. DHS tells us protesters have lit fireworks, trespassed on property, and called them violent towards ICE agents. But Mayor Thompson calls ICE's response extreme and says Broadview officers and fire officials have been exposed to some harmful chemicals, at some points needing to be taken out of action to recover. As far as the fencing around the facility, Thompson says it's illegal and doesn't have proper permits. She also said it impedes the fire department's access to
it just amazes me how like the military is fully equipped and capable of storming, raiding, and destroying a city, you know. So you see these people out here, of course, you know, they may be outnumbered, but they can still find a way to, you know, categorize those areas and, you know, deploy troops in those areas and make sure that they're able to, you know, take them over basically. It's unfortunate that we're seeing this going on in our own country, especially when there's other you know, resorts that we could, you know, go through
to industrial buildings on that same
follow up
street.
with.
Now, a lot of the protesters have demanded the entire facility shut down. I asked Mayor
Most
Thompson if she
definitely.
has any authority to do so, but she says she does not. Meanwhile, the Broadview Police Department say they launched 3 separate criminal investigations related to ICE's alleged actions at the site.
As a local law enforcement official, I have to have faith that our federal law enforcement partners will cooperate with us in this investigation. We will do our best. We will leave no stone unturned. We will continue.
All right, hopefully they didn't shut me down. I ain't trying to even play that no more. Hold on. Look I'm having some technical difficulties. 1 second. I don't even know what that is. All right, sorry about that, y'all. Why is this one not this one right here seems to be giving me the issue. Let's see which processors we have. A lot of processors. All right, we're gonna end all these Google Chromes. Pop it back up. 1 second. Sorry for that. Sorry for the technical difficulty. Maybe we need to clear our cache. All right, let's see here. That was the all right. Back to these guys. Cartier family. Let's see if we can pull up the video itself. I didn't say we didn't say nothing about that. All right, here we go. Make sure that we're able to see our task. All right, we're back. Sorry about that, people. Yeah. Take me to your leader. It's always something. It's always something. All right, back to the control room. Sorry about that. You said somebody should start a good news channel. All there seems to be is bad news all the time. Man, I think that's just how it go, man. Yep, and Miss CC, I mean Miss Chicago. Well, yeah, of course, Miss Chicago. I mean, but I got some video right here. We're gonna see what's going on. We're not saying there is a war going on, and obviously this looks like downtown Chicago, so I'm not sure. But I mean, obviously we see troops running around right here on this clip. Let's go. Fair use. This is for educational purposes. Educational and entertainment purposes only, YouTube. So we got fully equipped troops walking around downtown in Chicago. Why walking around downtown? I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if that's an area that's to be considered like crime infested, which I can almost guarantee it's not, but let's keep going.
Border Patrol.
Who would have ever thought, though? Chicagoans are thinking they work for you.
Now I wonder how much crime gonna happen with these boys walking the streets.
Oh, Border Patrol agents have taken over downtown Chicago. Sorry about that. I'll have to change that. I do apologize for that.
Not much. Well, crime's still gonna happen.
Not in front of them. Yeah, not in front of them.
They need to go to the south side.
Well, yeah, I'm hoping they will get to the predominantly crazy, fatigued areas.
The high crime areas.
Oh,
just put it
my God.
I was trying to put it in a good way.
That's a good way.
Shots.
Yeah, that takes any race out of it. Just put it where the crime is.
You know what's crazy? I Show Speed, a big YouTuber that's been traveling around America doing like a,
Crossing America.
A tour. Yeah, some type of tour across America. He said Chicago, I think it was, he said, in his opinion, I think top 2 best cities, like downtown, skyline view, it is.
Yeah, a lot of people say that. Yeah, it is beautiful out there.
I need to go visit.
Even though you can go on Lake Michigan and hop on the boats and stuff, it's pretty beautiful.
I ain't been to Chicago.
I've been there. I have.
Yeah, I hear it's really beautiful. I hear like people like every time
it.
someone visits, they be like, "Man, I want to go back to Chicago."
Yeah, bro. That's kind of like that's honestly how I felt about New York.
All right, we got 400 people watching. Let's get 200 new subs. Let's go.
It's cool. It was just like a different, like completely different universe compared to what I'm used to. But you know,
he ranked that number 1. I think he said New York, Chicago, Seattle. Actually, that's liberal.
Yeah, no,
like the sky rises. Man.
Yeah, the downtowns. That's what's sad though. Like because they also said the Bay Area, San Francisco, used to be like one of the nicest places in all of the U.S. Joe Rogan and them talk about that all the time. And then the high crime and all this stuff really ruined it. Yeah, the drugs, the fentanyl,
the homelessness.
Yeah. So, I mean, these cities, it's still America. Like, just because they don't vote, like, America is a beautiful place, a beautiful country. We need to do everything we can to stop crime. You saw those people right there. They were happy. They said, thank you. Thank you. Because if you're not a criminal, why are you upset about this? I just really wouldn't, I will never, if you're upset, then why? Like,
this meme right here proves everything. This was hilarious.
Like I said, you might not be a criminal, but you could be sadly mistaken for a criminal, right? Like, somebody could, mistake you for a criminal, basically. Doesn't always have to be what it seems to be. Just like how we like to talk about those innocent bystanders and, it can still occur in a situation like this. So why would that change now? It could be even more, disaffected in this area. So
Larry Elder posted
ineffective.
Literally.
We got Plan A and Plan B.
Which one?
They picking Plan B. The Democrats are picking Plan B. Keep Trump out and let more people die. Basically, that's what's happening. We've seen it in D.C.
Chirac. They have the nickname called Chirac. Ask anyone in the hood of Chicago, and they will tell you that it is bad. I've never heard someone say the hood of Chicago is not bad.
They said they need more resources, bro.
They need more
community
YMCA's. And
I don't know about the YMCA's. It might be more. You seen what happened with them kids that had about
no, but
5
that's
switches
the point. That's the point I'm proving. That's not what's gonna save them.
And they believe.
I mean, that might not be effective in your mind, but let's just say the families and the relatives, you start seeing more neighborhoods that are capable of, shaping up the economy. Of course, you're going to have your rich families. Of course, you're going to have the more stable homes in other parts of Chicago. Obviously, the south side of Chicago might be one of the places where they say people don't have as much money. They're not able to, you know what I'm saying, be proficient in their way of living. So that's where you go and you make your attempts to change that, to change up that narrative. But obviously that might not be the resort. That might not be the result of what they're trying to do. They might be trying to just get them people the hell up out of there. Honestly. Let's go.
They do. They need more NGOs.
Whoa, okay. So, you know, Homeland Security, you look on their X page, they're catching these guys, these illegals in different cities, Boston, San Diego, Baltimore. But then when we look at Chicago,
What did they do?
I don't understand what the hell this is.
Saturday night, federal agents arrested armed rioters. Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. That's
and
crazy.
assaulted the ICE facility.
Oh, yeah, they did that. Yeah,
armed.
They did this in Chicago, yes.
What's that green ball?
11. That's a grenade. Is that a grenade?
Nah, that's not no. That's like a firework.
There's been some crazy stuff going on at the ICE facilities, guys.
You know what had me so weak when I seen ICE drop the Pokemon theme song? That got to catch them all, bro. That had me
crazy.
that had me so weak, bro.
I appreciate that, smart boy.
So after all the crazy stuff they had at the ICE facilities in Chicago, this is what's going on in Portland. We know how Portland gets.
Boy, low key, Portland might be the most. Nah, well, actually, nah.
Got some more places.
Seattle.
This kind of scares me because I think they might have BLM riot type again.
What are they riding for right now?
ICE.
Illegals.
And then Obama did it. Were there riots?
Let's get to 1,500 subscribers. Let's go. Cut heads in the building.
What's that squeaking sound?
Shout out to you, Easy Did It.
Somebody's playing with their toy.
Y'all know this is the series of furries.
Yeah, you know somebody playing with their furry toys. You
Yeah,
know
they're actual dogs and like cats.
So they got
and
like
stuff. Yeah,
yes, chew
put them
toys.
in their mouths. Yeah.
No, they didn't.
Yeah,
But you haven't seen a furry video? You
No,
actually
but
act like
at the
dogs.
protest, how would that help them?
that's they right, bro.
Bro, these people are mentally ill, bro.
Nah, they really are.
But hey,
I mean, it's easy to say stuff like that, right? Like they're mentally ill. People are, but you never know what a person going through in their household, man. They might just be trying to, fight as political, have a political standpoint in their city, trying to make sure that narrative doesn't get out there like it's a bad city. Of course, the things that we would expect them to be, infiltrating, we don't see that. They're uptown in that area. They're not in a neighborhood. You don't see them going through homes. They're just standing the hell out there. And so people are meeting them where they're at. I don't think they're going into homes currently, So how could we say that these people are mentally unstable when they're in probably one of the wealthiest parts of Chicago, in uptown, downtown Chicago? I don't understand that.
I'm gonna tell you after this, club.
It's like a bunch of mice.
I don't see any black and brown people standing out there. It looks like all different, colors from different walks of life standing out there. So I don't get it. These are just protesters. Some of them might be actors. You never know. Jock, that's Sourcey, Jock the Sourcey. Appreciate you subbing up. Give me a sec. Appreciate you subbing up. Rita Pearson, Greta Pearson.
Y'all are bored.
Appreciate you subbing up.
They're getting paid.
Not all of them are getting paid.
I seen this one Asian dude was getting paid $80,000 a year to protest.
Oh my,
that's crazy. But
yeah, it's a protest. Is he gonna be an innocent bystander? Is he gonna be one of those guys that got to take a bullet for the team? He got to take one for the team. You out here, people out here taking bullets for $80,000 a year, man. Say it ain't so. Oh my God. Oh my God. $80,000, would y'all do it for $80,000, man?
Some of them are getting paid.
It's monkey see, monkey do. Their friends are out there, so they're out there. And they feel like this gives them a sense of purpose, like they're really doing something, I guess.
I feel like it's a mixture of that, too. I feel like it's a mixture of that, and it's like a main group of people that's there that's getting a crazy bag.
$80,000, bro.
Portland, they doing it for the love of the game.
Yeah.
You think it's the love of the game?
It's the love of the game, for sure.
Love of the furry game, yes.
Yeah.
Hey.
This is in Chicago.
Y'all don't have that same energy for the people in your city who are murdering each other every single day?
They don't care.
Yeah,
They
you
don't.
can tell
They
people
don't
are
know.
probably
They don't know
just-
what's going on.
They probably are just acting it out. I don't know, but that's kind of creepy, when you hear people speak like that. But so basically, this is over immigration. It doesn't sound like it's over nothing else.
No,
They mind can't comprehend what's going on.
Put on the Lil Durk song. He'll explain it.
Is this the governor in Oklahoma?
Nah, but see, I don't see a whole lot of I don't see a whole bunch of young black men standing out there protesting either. I see other walks of life out there protesting, bro. So that's kind of like a mixed message that you're sending. Because I don't see none of those young black men that they're referring to. If you're referring to them guys, then where are they located? Why aren't they in front of their neighborhoods? Why are they uptown? That's a little odd. Doesn't that seem a bit odd to people?
Yeah, stick.
My boy. So I guess they were giving out CDLs to New York illegals, guys. And my boy in Oklahoma said, yeah, if he come across the state line, it's going to be a problem.
No name given on a CDL. This is mental illness.
You know how many people have to spend tons of money just to get a CDL? I know people right now that's trying to save little money, thousands of dollars just to get in a program right now. But hey, man, this shit crazy.
Where's my boy at, man? He's been blowing up a lot.
Yeah, importantly.
You know what's crazy, guys? Didn't tell Todd. Someone called my daddy today, bro, out of Minnesota, and was all like, I have a picture of Solomon. He sleeps with white men. He's gay, and I can prove it. I swear. My dad said he went off on him. I said, how long you talking to? He said, about 20 minutes. I said, yeah, you want to be on the podcast. He said, I went off on him.
He said 20 minutes?
I said, bro, he said he was going off on him. He said he had him hot. He said, and then at the end, he said, you right, bro. I'm wrong. I said, chill out, bro.
Nah, we got ops now, man, for what we do.
He said, but just because you disagree with somebody don't mean you have to go to this extreme length of like calling their dad and saying something, trying to frame my son, basically saying he sleep with men. And he like gay white men now. I said, what? This happened today, a few hours ago.
He said you Don Lemon.
Yes. Speaking of Don Lemon, we're going to get to Don Lemon.
Oh, hey, I seen you on YouTube. I was watching on live, and you were protecting a female. I came down here because of you.
Thank you.
Because I seen you on YouTube. There's a guy watching you, and I seen everyone, and I was like, I told my girl, I was like, nah, fuck that. I gotta go down there. I live out in Beaverton, and I wear this hat every day at work. I work at Safeway, and don't no one say shit. But yeah.
So then, what do you think of what's happening right now?
It's annoying.
Goodness.
They obviously don't have a job.
Man,
that is. How do you guys pay rent? How do you pay rent? I got my
But what's wrong with people? I mean, I guess it's a mix. You know, people have mixed feelings about this as well. Like, hey, why are you out there, causing an uproar, knowing damn well that they trying to come out here, bring the National Guard out here, storm these areas. So why are you out? So I can see how people could feel that way as well. But on top of that, bro, they just standing out there. I mean, everybody got their phones out. That's kind of the world we live in now. So I kind of got like mixed feelings on that as well. I get it, but I don't get it in some ways. That's the real in the building. I'm just reacting TV. Appreciate you pulling up. Make sure y'all subbing up to the channel. We got 700 people watching.
Who else has a job?
We got 822 people watching.
Take off your mask.
Get 400 new subs, man. Let's go.
Yeah, speaking of Don Lemon, though, speaking of white men, too.
That's your brother.
They say I'm Don Lemon, guys. That's crazy.
He just said, like white men, something. Play it.
Yeah, man.
I can see them. They're live.
Men who look like you, men who vote like you, and men who sound like you. White men, something is broken. Something is cracked deep inside when so many of you believe the answer to fear, to loss, to change is violence.
I thought he had a white man, though. I thought he was married to a white man. I thought Don Lemon had a white man as a husband. The hell is he talking about?
Are you listening to me? I hope I'm saying it loud enough for the people in the back.
Now, if the roles were reversed, if a white man was on here and he said, black men, violence is not the answer. Oh my gosh, y'all. He is a racist.
Well, they do say that, and they say he deserved to die.
Yeah.
But anyways, Antifa, BLM, we can go on and on and on. There's been a lot of left groups. I wish I would have sent, it was a picture, and it was showing the right versus the left when they protest, and it was a picture of the whole Tesla Center, all the cars burnt down.
Oh, we know.
But
people with Teslas had to put bumper stickers on the back of their car so that it wouldn't be vandalized and say who they voted for and things like that.
They were hopping out on random.
Hey, we are getting into that. That social credit score is getting real in America. Like, people definitely want to, treat you as if, they want to treat you some kind of way based on who you vote for, et cetera, et cetera. Yep. If you want to support the host, man, that go to Cash App, and then y'all can hit the link at the top. We truly appreciate it, man, so that we can keep the content rolling, so that we can keep coming in here and giving y'all what you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Women
for the car that they drove.
Yes, that's like.
I think
wow.
everybody. I think everybody in America right now is either, really rage baiting. All right, we up to 1,500 subs. Appreciate that, man. That's what I'm talking about. All right, I think everybody in America is either rage baiting right now, or, people just playing, like Charleston White said. A lot of people out here playing. I think everybody either be playing or they really feel a way and they're trying to find a way to change, their area, their surroundings. But it's not working because we might not be doing it in the proper manner. We might not be going about it the right way. So, yeah, we all out here talking. We all out here saying how we feel. We're all reacting to content. Everything is content nowadays. You open your mouth, you might as well turn your goddamn camera on, right? But for the most part, do we know how to really change what's going on in our country? Because if we don't know how to do that, then yeah, we're just protesters. We're just innocent bystanders and shit like that. You know what I mean?
That is beyond the range. We need to open up more mental facilities for these people, because now they're just running around.
Speaking of what y'all claim the right did, this is just new breaking news too, though. My boy Cash Patel basically said that it is.
I think if you believe everything your government or the media tells you, then you're mentally incapacitated. You know what I'm saying? You obviously think that you have to get all of your talking points. You have to get everything you need to know about your government from your government. I think if you think like that, then something's wrong with you, brother. So the fact that they continue to spew that message on their channel lets me know, hey, something might be wrong with you, bro, because everything you see, you believe, right?
A guaranteed fact now that it was over 200 FBI.
We know. Everyone says that this is like the sky is blue. The FBI wanted J6 to happen. They had a part in it.
And listen to this though. This guy's an FBI agent, guys, and listen to what he said. So you can also say that these FBI agents led these people to the Capitol.
As soon as President Trump is finished speaking, we are going to the Capitol. It's that direction. That's where our true problems lie. President Trump is done speaking. We are going to the Capitol.
He's an FBI agent.
That guy's a fucking fed, yo. That's crazy, yo. Oh my God.
Silence! I can't take this shit no more.
Jesus.
Ray
As soon as President Trump stops speaking, we are going to the Capitol. The Capitol's in that direction. Let people know. Spread the word.
Spread the word. Spread the word.
Yeah,
I'm actually scared for this world.
Everyone confirms it.
They called my daddy today. I'm actually kind of scared though.
How they get your daddy number?
I don't know, man. This happening.
People have called my parents plenty of times.
Tired of you talking.
Not like, but the people who have contacted my parents were friendly. But they like trying to get us to react to stuff.
But this is what the left is continuing to say.
You're a newscaster, but I got to tell you, when they run the UN speech,
you're destroying your countries. They're being destroyed. It's time to end the failed experiment of open borders. You have to end it now. See, I can tell you.
That's a fact.
I'm really good at this stuff. Your countries are going to hell.
and they don't come back and say, that was insane.
That wasn't.
Did you hear what the president did? That's what we need from the newscasters, but they kick you right out. Terry,
I mean, shit, though, in some kind of form of fashion, like, I do feel like, hey, man, look, now, enough is enough. Like, let's take care of the Americans, right? See, I think that's where a lot of the frustration comes into play, because we can see all of the benefits, all of the resources and things that are being applied to all of the other, people coming into America. But what about the Americans? I think that's where the Americans are getting frustrated, especially when you see billions and damn near trillions of dollars being sent over to other countries. What's that about,
Iran, Jim Acosta, see ya.
I think they
wouldn't
just
want to
saying
be
it
ya.
so.
You
I
did.
think they're just saying it so aggressive, and they're getting extremely aggressive about it, violent about it, to where it comes off like, people get scared. But for the most part, I mean, I do kind of agree with it. Like, yo, hold on, because I feel like, hey, let's take care of the Americans. So that's essentially what they're saying, in my opinion. But let's keep going.
Stand up to the Fuhrer? You bet your ass you do. And if you don't stand up now, we're going to be like Nazi Germany. You're a newscaster.
See, that is
Stay your
dangerous.
ass overseas.
That is
man.
dangerous. That is
in
dangerous.
Ireland. Anyways, though, what's crazy is though, right now if you go to Nick, my boy Nick's page, I forgot his last name, but you know, swear I forgot him. Yeah, y'all know who we're talking about. You go to his page and you see what's going on in these different countries and how they're protesting right now. It's insane, and they're protesting because they don't want illegal immigrants in their cities right now. So they actually are going to hell right now. People are burning up castles and
yeah.
Like, come on, guys, like they're going to hell. It actually is looking like hell in these countries. Like I've seen some videos of some illegal immigrants that look so scary, bro, and I was like, damn, I'd be terrified about walking through one of them people right there.
I mean, I just don't see the argument. Like every country has borders, and that's that. I just don't see why that's a crazy thing to say. Like
lives was killed over borders.
Every country has borders. I'm sorry.
No, I'm watching the Game of Thrones. I'm watching the Game of Thrones right now. They got borders.
Oh boy, do they?
They got borders.
They was.
That's how you run a kingdom right there. It's a border.
Please share the content.
This is what they're continuing to say. This one actually is unbelievable.
For Donald Trump and the MAGAs in Congress, this is not about fighting crime or about public safety. This is about sowing fear and intimidation and division among Americans. It was about creating a pretext to send armed military troops into our communities. This is about consolidating power in Donald Trump's hands. What he plans to do with that power, now or during the 2026 elections, should worry all of us. When you add to that the Trump administration's effort to label as dangerous free speech critical of him.
Salute, bro.
Here we go.
White House senior staff calling the Democratic Party fascist. The Trump-appointed FCC chair threatening to revoke broadcast licenses, and
I think it just makes it easier for people to call people names. That's just like calling a person a bitch or a punk. You know, we all try to put labels on each other and shit like that. For the most part, like I said, I'm not taking sides on this. We're reacting because once again, it affects us all. You know, but as far as us having a hand in it, we would of course have to find a way to be able to go against the strategies. In this way, we're not gonna get shit done. But they're the ones, you just seen that, the FBI in the crowd, hey, we need to march to the Capitol building. That's a fucking Fed telling you to march and do some illegal damage, knowing your ass gonna get busted and get locked up for it. That ain't the way to do it. You have to find a way to, you know, get into that system and change things. You can't do it that way. So they're telling us some bullshit while pulling these bullshit stunts on us all. So
the approval of a merger.
All right, but we just can't take these people serious.
When y'all use that word every day for years.
He said they're calling us fascists.
But y'all
call him Hitler, Nazi Germany.
They just name calling like a motherfucker.
There might actually be though. Like maybe we'll go into because this is a video that we're doing right now, a different video of some crazy conspiracies.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm telling you right now. I don't know why we're using the military against our own people. I'm completely against that. I don't understand why that's being done. I don't know why we're participating in that. I would never salute that. I'm not cheering that on. I remember speaking to National Guard troops and speaking to the Army, all types of people. I've already asked them, and I'm going to keep asking that question. Are you willing to take out your fellow citizen, your fellow American? Are you willing, able, and capable of doing it? And, of course, they got to follow rules, but really, are the rules, you know, at that point, are you doing something, you know, frowned upon, basically? You're going against your own people.
Actually, I just want y'all to see them, guys. There's been some crazy conspiracies on, like, it's a
of
movie that's like, I forgot what it's called.
They talked about the Charlie Kirk situation.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy,
it was so accurate.
pretty
It had the shooter name, exact, and the politician.
I forgot what the movie.
And then they had the all seeing eye, had like a balloon that said the all seeing eye.
Yeah, it was filmed in the Trump Tower. The politician name was Charlie Kirkland, and he got shot in the neck. It was weird. It's an actual movie.
By Terrence
The Snake Eyes movie they're referencing. They're referencing something about a Nicolas Cage movie right now. I believe that's what they're referring to. The Snake Eyes, if I'm not mistaken. So it says Charlie Kirk's shooting role while Nicolas Cage's Snake Eyes movie is suddenly trending. Several eerie similarities. Between Charlie Kirk's assassination and the 98 movie Snake Eyes have been pointed to by eagle-eyed social media users. Kirk, the Turning Point USA founder, was fatally unalive when attending an event at Utah Valley and it says was directed by Brian De Palma and stars Nicolas Cage as Rick Santoro, a corrupt cop who uncovers a conspiracy theory when the Secretary of Defense is killed or unalive during a boxing match. Users on X have spoken about the similarities. Let's see if we can find the clip. But yeah, that's a thing right now. That's definitely a thing. Let's see. Let me let them keep talking while I find it.
Yes, it's been out for years.
They made
like 20 or 30 years.
Yeah, they made it.
No.
I'm kind of scared. I might go watch it, but like we're gonna get into that. It's a TikTok that blew my mind, guys.
Yeah.
So actually, you know, man, these people aren't serious, man. You know, like how unserious these people are, it makes me think like life isn't real.
The times that we're in, y'all.
Jesus is on his way back, man.
Yeah. If y'all know Pastor Philip Anthony Mitchell down in Atlanta, man, 2819 Church, he's been talking a lot about it, guys. It looks like
that's what's weird.
Simple comments like this just make me like
I feel like everything Democrats say is
trying to
just
register
contradiction.
to like make
extremely
Sonic
contradiction.
references and everything.
Michael Blackson
like
had to get on Charlemagne's ass today about Trump. He
But
says,
it do not work
I'm
for
a
salute to you.
But Africans love Trump, bro. African people love Trump.
Look, this is crazy.
I'm American. You can't just deport me now. I have no criminal record. But no, that's part of what he's been doing. He's been deporting people who are actually U.S. citizens or people who've been going through the process. Well, you have to have some kind of criminal record. He'll find something. He'll find me, man. That's it. That's really been the whole. No, that's been the whole thing. That's why people are.
To see, as we can see, man, this is all like news media. Breakfast Club is like they promote Democrat conversation as much as possible, and it's related to like a lot of hip hop references, black people, yada yada yada. You know, so that's kind of, you know, weird in a manner. Like it's like every time something like that is referenced, that's where people go with it. All right, let's locate this. Wish they had some kind of
regarding the Charlie Kirk saga. The main character that's murdered in the movie's name is Charlie Kirkland. He is killed by a single shot in the neck on September 10th. Charlie Kirk was killed by a single shot in the neck on September 10th. No coincidence, 2025 is the year of the snake. This movie's called Snake Eyes. The movie's marketing has Nicolas Cage making this hand signal, the same one that Donald Trump and Elon Musk made at Charlie Kirk's memorial. The central plot in Snake Eyes centers around a corrupt deal with Israel. One of the conspiracy narratives surrounding Charlie Kirk is that he started turning against Israel. A heavyweight boxing champion named Lincoln Tyler is involved with the conspiracy surrounding the assassination of Charlie Kirkland. The name Tyler derives from the word Tyler, one who lays the tiles. Like the Masonic system, laying tiles on the black and white checkerboard, creating psychological operations, psyops, to move and manipulate the world through mind programming. In the movie Fight Club, Tyler D orchestrates a terrorist attack called Project Mayhem. What is predictive programming? It's a revelation of the method that happens ahead of time so that when something happens in real life, the public accepts it more easily because they've seen it before. The tagline for the movie Snake Eyes is believe everything except your eyes. So much is coming out regarding the Charlie Kirk assassination, psyop. Tons of AI was used. There's theories about his wife, Erica Kirk, being involved. Something just doesn't feel right. So everybody, let's not just believe our eyes, but let's think a little bit. Why is this all going on? What is...
I'm telling you, let's not all, everything you see isn't always what you think it is or may say it is, right? You know, we have to continue to do our research, take it with a grain of salt, keep it moving. But there has been a lot of references like that alongside like we're looking at right now with the troops being deployed. It has nothing to do with troops. It has everything to do with, you know,
I'm not worried about
why you ain't scared?
You know, I mean, I'm not worried. I'm American.
You see,
he's American.
He's fear mongering.
Why you ain't scared? I see what whoever made that saying about the crab bucket mentality.
Oh my,
they hit on the nail with that one.
Yeah, and here liberals are talking about why are they in Chicago?
Yo, my boy is moving on that bike. They tried to chase him and they slowed down. So they're just attempting to chase people. Like that's crazy.
Why are heavily armed masked men in military uniforms standing in the streets of the United States? This is America. Not Moscow.
Who knows what he said?
No, this video went super viral though. This is funny though. They were chasing him and they couldn't catch him though. This is so funny, bro. Hey, he shifted them on a bike.
Let's see.
Look what all they wearing.
Look at this. Look at this. Well, he set him up. He got out of there.
Hey, he did get it.
Man, ain't no fucking.
Y'all go to Chicago.
He got lit.
We should go. Would y'all want to see us go to Chicago, y'all?
Hell no.
I mean, I'll go to Chicago, bro. I'll go to Chicago.
I'm scared no more, bro.
You know what's crazy? They got a I know this is completely off topic, but they got a big Benny Johnson and Tim Pool like billboard all over Chicago. Like, no, for real. When I was going
because Tim is from there.
That's crazy. And, you know, I guess they're trying to shut down the government again, I guess.
Yeah, they can't find a bypass.
All right, man. That's enough for the day, man. I appreciate everybody tuning in, man. It's only going to get worse from here, obviously, man. Shout out to everybody that supported the channel. Hug your loved ones. Let them know how much you love them. Tomorrow's never promised. Make sure y'all hitting the damn like button, man. It say we done got 40,000 views on here, man. Why we should have like 20,000 likes. People, you know, or at least 500 likes. Like, Jesus. Yeah, appreciate that. Not worth it. Yeah, man. Hug your loved ones. Let them know how much you love them. Tomorrow's never promised, man. And until next time, it's your boy L Boogie Reacts. We up out.